You don't go looking for the nests and the babies. Oh, I would.
And he's right. If it even comes close, it'll just give a clue to anybody who's trying to eat those guys.
What are their predators?
Mockingbirds, blue jays, roadrunners,
All the birds that are in our backyard.
Well,
Why
we
do you
don't
think
have
they're
a-
there?
We don't have a lot of. We have a lot
We
of
have those three birds:
the mocking jays.
mockingbirds, blue jays.
Every now and then I see a blue jay.
Well, they come to this. They come to Palm Springs this time of year because they know the hummingbirds are nesting, and that's the only time they stay put. If the hummingbirds are flying, they can't hunt because they're too fast. And when they nest, they stay put. And I had a
Oh, there's got to be 8 on that one feed. Oh my God. And they're not fighting; they're pushing each other out of the way.
No.
That's insane. I've never seen. I would say these can be the most aggressive creatures I've ever seen.
Now I'm going to tell my friends about you, and you're going to be in big trouble.
okay.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. This is like an amazing experience, you know? We live here, and this is an amazing experience. I mean, I love them. I've always loved them, but this is different than when you said 100. I was like 100.
Oh, you got to eat.
It used to be like this up at the tram stop, not
Yeah.
the tram stop, the top of Indian Canyon, the Oasis.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's not so many anymore.
What? Has it always been here like this, or is it just that you've been putting out?
It's been about 6 years.
How long we had our place?
Well, but the feeders are what attracts them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not all over his neighbors. They're not even on that feeder over there. Isn't that interesting?
Well, the ones that are off to the side, I have those for the guys that want to dominate and control a feeder.
Smart.
Yeah.
The fights.
I love the sound of them, too.
Oh, I know. And the way it feels when they're at your hand,
Yeah.
the wind.
Well, my hand feeders are clear, so you can see their little tongues come out when they're feeding. I'll bring you one.
Yeah, I think we've kept the hummingbird feeder business prospering.
Yeah.
We drop them, we break them, we
Yeah.
ruin them, we wreck them.
And I'm absolutely ruthless.
I should just buy a gross of them.
What I'd like to do is find somebody with a 3D printer that can print
Yes.
these bases.
The bases? Or
Yeah.
or the little flowers?
No, the bases, because those
Yeah, those
are
go bad.
where they go bad.
Where they screw with it.
Yeah.
I find I have a bee problem. The bees like the hummingbird bees,
With the purple ones.
and then they kind of take over. I'm not saying they take over for me.
Yeah.
And hummingbirds don't seem to mind them.
No. It's cleanliness.
Yeah, I left my phone.
I mean, the bees will get so far in, they'll be like in the bottom of the thing dead. You know, like they got in somehow. I don't know how they squeeze those little
No,
bodies.
they get.
What are they going to do tomorrow when it's pouring rain?
I'll have the awning down, and I will probably go through 4 to 5 gallons of nectar because when it's chilly, they adjust their body temperature by
Burn more
eating sugar.
calories, yeah.
You know, they hibernate at night.
Yeah.
And then it takes them around like an hour to wake up in the morning to get enough energy to go fly and eat something.
Although with the females on the nest, they don't do torpor at night.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah, that's why the nests are not watched all the time.
And they eat extra sugar to keep their body temperature up.
And you do like 4 to 1, sugar to water?
The large feeders are a third of a cup to 1 cup water.
3 to 1.
1/3 to 1.
A third
And
of
then-
a cup of water.
1/3 cup sugar to 1 cup water. And then
It's about what I do.
it's close to the
Nectar.
that's natural.
I think that's what
I
they do
have
on the
extra-
mathematician.
The hand feeders are more concentrated. They're
Oh,
half cup to 1 cup.
I don't know enough to differentiate.
Well, they do.
Well, then you would think they would all be at the hand feeders.
They will be. There are ones that only want the hand feeders.
Oh,
And it doesn't hurt anything for them, like this amount of time, if it was in the larger feeders at that concentration. I would worry about damaging the bird's kidneys, and also the higher concentration nectar can crystallize, and the sugar crystal can ruin their insides.
I'm not like you. I go through one about every 2 days. So,
It's very peaceful. I don't understand it. Experience is different.
oh my God, they're just so amazing. They're like swarming sometimes.
The hummingbird expert from the living desert likes to come over because she just this amazes her.
It amazes me.
Oh, thank you so much for putting that up. And am I the only person who was like, I'll come today?
Well, you know, I figure a lot of like visitors and tourist type people use that page.
I don't know, maybe.
Is it Found Strange Fruit?
Yeah.
I don't even know where I found you. Then I
Well,
was
you're
like,
you're the queen of gathering that kind of stuff.
I am.
And then anytime
I
you
have
meet
like a
somebody,
list of cool things to do in Palm Springs that you never knew about. I can add you to my list.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, sure. The people
Price-
that
price
work
of
at the
admission is-
hotels along Palm Canyon
tell people.
tell the guests about
Not the
this.
concierge.
Well, you don't want me to
So
put
the
your
price-
address in though, like I do a store.
No.
Okay. I'll just say I know where you can go and let them text it.
Yeah.
It's just my friends. You know,
Price
you
of
know.
admission is £1 a sugar. They must know you at Ralph's pretty well.
I buy 50-pound bags because it's like,
Bakery size.
yeah, because it's only 60 cents a pound. At first, though, the checker at Smart and Final thought I might be a moonshiner.
Right.
Apparently, they buy like 50-pound bags of sugar.
After what you were talking about feeding them he was telling me all about it. I was like,
Look at this. It's like a swarm of hummingbirds.
that's so cool.
Oh my God, they're so cool.
In some dust steps.
This is remarkable. Oh, this is insane.
Want to try one? Here. Just be still for a minute on your hand and help me feed you.
You're being scouted.
You see that one? You can hear their wings first sometimes because they come up behind you.
There's a tiny house.
Yeah.
I can feel the wind sometimes.
And when they're dogfighting, they do like World War I flying ace.
That's what I was saying.
There's a little Costas female,
I just found them on Facebook.
and she
Like,
pulls
everybody
Immelmans
wants to
Oh,
go.
really?
for turns. For fun.
She's my friend that come over here all the time.
Isn't
I've never
it
gotten to see
kill
Go
you?
stand there. I
And
think
she
they'll
does
come
it
quicker.
for fun.
They don't like the sidewalk as much. Go stand in the corner there. They'll come right to you. It's like the coolest thing when they're right in your hand. It really is. It's just amazing.
I've never seen this many.
Me neither.
What time's dinner?
It's so amazing. Feel the wind from the wings.
There you go.
And the vibration from their tongue.
He had a little hat. But the bill had a thing that hung down from the bill with one of
Oh,
those.
really?
He
So
just
you're
sat
right
there.
in front of your eye.
It's right up in your face.
I was going to grab that one, but there's a hummingbird on it.
It's nuts. What's unusual about this setup is that normally they're real territorial
Yeah,
and they fight like crazy. And here's 6 on one feeder without
Everybody's like, okay,
no problem.
community feed. Let's do it.
Yeah. And you think they're real tiny and fragile and things like that. But when you see them fight, man,
Let's keep it at your feet there, just
They-
a minute.
they got speed and power and
And they don't care.
no, they
That's what I'm
launch each
saying,
other.
see?
And I've seen them both drop, gliding.
I've seen them go after
I have little
roadrunners.
handheld ones at
Oh,
home,
really?
but they're
Yeah,
clear.
that's
And
funny.
you can see the tongue come out.
When the roadrunners are scouting by where they're nesting, they'll squat up and go after it.
We have crows that are in there, but these little
Uh-huh.
birds are always harassing the crows. I can
Just
watch that
awesome.
for hours. I can watch that.
Because they know they can't do anything about it. Because the hummingbirds are the fastest in the air, and in
I must
aerial
say,
combat,
I love
that's
the road.
wins.
I love the roadrunners. too.
P-59s.
That's like my friends didn't believe they were real. They thought it was like a unicorn.
Yeah, I've seen a lot on YouTube. I've never seen anything like this.
I've never seen anything like it.
It happens every night.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, but I heard it's such an
I was doing some
experience, right?
canvassing work
Oh,
with
man,
my
I-
eyes. And I would always arrange it at sunset to be at the same neighborhood so I could see where this lady's house.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I assume you've done that.
Me? Yes. Living next door, yes.
I didn't want to be
Does he
like
ever-
greedy,
Does he ever come to borrow a cup of sugar?
Hasn't needed it
But
yet.
if you need to, I know where there is some.
Uh-oh, okay.
That was amazing.
You held the feeder?
Yeah, I took it to it.
He had a double.
Yeah, definitely,
Are you a plumbing guy?
I am.
Who do you work for?
Casey's Plumbing.
Is that who I use?
23 and a half hour truck.
Is that who I use?
You felt like the vibrations.
That's the coolest thing on your hand. That was so awesome. Well, I'm sure I get to see it again now that I've seen it.
Wow, this is nuts. This is just nuts. I wonder what would happen if you just narrowed it down every so often.
In the summer, I take them down. I'll usually cut it down to like 3 or 4 because trying to keep up with the nectar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm loving it, right?
Oh yeah, I'd say that's we spent a fortune extending our patio out